Hey pals! Today I'm going to dress Mallow my Coco Colette, finally. It's been several years since the last time I filmed a dress-up video, so I'm very rusty. Please forgive me if my hands are in the way or something's blurry or there's any abrupt jump cuts. I used to have the feel for this down. I used to have a workflow to doing this type of video, and I don't remember any of it at all. Until recently, most of my dolls have been in the same outfit for many years now. But to be fair, that's because they looked real cute, and I knew if I changed their clothes, they would stop looking cute, because I'm out of practice. I just dressed Mallow in this a couple weeks ago when I was kind of getting back into the groove of dressing Blythes, and when I did that, I brushed her hair out, so it's not tangly or anything, but I'm going to give it a quick comb through with the parting end of my teasing comb. It is a little dusty. To continue my virtuous honesty, my Blythes have been pretty neglected for the last few years, so they're all kind of dusty. They all really need their hair washed, so that's in my future. So let's get Mallow out of this little outfit. I just threw this mint colored dress on her and these black and white bunny boots, which I put over a pair of white socks. It's very simple, but you gotta start somewhere when you're getting back into Blythe, right? So Mallow has this little bit of grime here on her shoulders, and I noticed it when I was putting her in this little dress, but I didn't clean her up because I knew I wanted to film a dress-up video with her, and I thought that I would like to have it in the video. I believe I've had a doll be gunky in a dress-up video before, and you may think, yo, that's gross. Why would she put that in the video? But I wanted to do it because I feel like stuff like this is part of Blythe ownership. I'm sure I'm not the only Blythe owner who has had their dolls get dusty. It took a minute and a little bit of scraping, but it came off. Nothing is perfect. I mean, look at this. Her underwear is fraying. Why? I don't know. It's not like she's running marathons, and there's this little pinprick blue stain on it. How did that get there? It's a mystery, but things don't need to be perfect, and we're all just scraping by here in 2020, and Mallow is no exception. All right, let's pick out some clothes for Mallow. The newest thing in my Blythe wardrobe is this autumnal dress by Boston Blythe. I thought the colors were just really pretty. This skirt has blue flowers and golden brown leaves, acorns, and other fall foliage sort of things. Gold and this pastel blue purple is an interesting color juxtaposition. I also like this blue stitching here on the sleeve. Another new-ish purchase is this gorgeous little sweater from Crystal Chime on Etsy. I got it especially because it's rare that I see blue doll clothes that I really love. It's in a bright aqua color and embroidered with flowers and embellished with beads. The beads just add this tiny little bit of glitz without being overwhelmingly sparkly. Something else still in its packaging is this little corduroy miniskirt from Seamstress Casey. This one is in a rust color. I actually bought 3 of them, not all in rust, but I'm not sure if this is Mallow's style. Mallow's style is kind of froofy, but it's been a while. Maybe she's had a style change. Maybe she could stand to be a little more hip. I mean, speaking of a different hip style, here's a silky little halter dress. This might be a little far out of my comfort zone today, but I saw it and I liked it, so I pulled it and I wanted to show it. It's still got the tag on it. So if we want to swing back to some autumnal sort of vibes, here is a long sweater dress from Woolly Rockers. And I love these brown and orange colors together. This really makes me wish that I could knit. I pulled out this simple black and white gingham play dress too. I love how tiny the gingham print actually is. It's super simple, but that just means that we could really have fun piling on accessories. Well, with all my options laid out in front of me, I actually can't ignore my desire to use this embroidered sweater. I'm even kind of tempted to pair it with the rust-colored corduroy skirt, even though they're very, strong, vibrant, saturated colors. The skirt is a little more autumnal than the sweater, which is kind of a summery color, but as I sit here looking at the combination, I just kind of want to try it. So, let's try it. Even though both of these things are still in their packaging, I got them at least a year and a half apart, so it's kind of funny to me that I'm pairing them together. Who knew? Look, you guys, at these little bitty buttons. At first I wasn't sure if they were functional buttons. I thought maybe that they could be there for decoration, but no, they do function. But this loop around them is so delicate that I'm being really careful because I don't want to break it or fray anything. We're just going to delicately slide her in. To reiterate, I'm trying to be really careful and really taking it slow as I sort of inch this thing up her body. I don't want to damage this sweater in any way. These buttons were a little finicky to get fastened again. Oh yeah, I love it. It's so bright, actually, that it makes her baby blue eye chips look kind of gray. Now let's get her into her skirt. If I remember correctly, these corduroy mini skirts are very snug fitting around the hips and the waist, so I don't think that there will be any tights paired with this outfit. This little gold button is such a nice touch. I actually really like this combination of colors, especially with Mallow's light pinky peach hair. I love pink and like rust orange together, and I actually think that the aqua goes really well with the rust orange. Okay, I wonder what shoes to use here. You know, I always love some strappy Takara boots. These blue Mary Janes from the Takara Shoe Cruise Day set would go nicely with the sweater. They're almost the exact same color. Not quite, but super close. I also have a hot pink pair in like the very same mold, and there are hot pink flowers on the sweater, so that might match too. Before any final shoe decisions can be made, I really want to use one of these headbands that I crocheted recently. I don't know if this is maybe too much knit or texture on an outfit that already has a lot of knit and is rich in texture, but I'm just very into these right now. I've been making a lot of them in different colors. I have one in mustard here and one in a dusty pink rose that might go well. Just looking at them, I think that the mustard gold one looks better, so I'm just gonna pop it on, try it out. On second thought, I kind of like her bangs combed to the side. Okay, let's tidy her up a bit. Alright, now for shoes. I think that the pink ones would be a little too much. Like, I think I could do it, but I just like the blue ones better. And I've also got these light Takara strappy boots too, but I like the boots a lot better with socks and tights, and I'm kind of feeling the bare-legged look with this outfit. Also, as I said, I don't think tights could fit under this skirt, so I think the best options are just these light blue Mary Janes. Now this is a whole style and silhouette that Mallow has never before rocked. But I'm startlingly into this combination of colors. The sweater is so summery, but then the rusty corduroy tones of the skirt and even the fabric of it kind of brings it down again, even though in itself it is also a pretty bright color. And then with the chunky knit headband, I think that it does translate into an autumnal outfit, even with like the summery vibe of the sweater. Let's see how she looks if we change her eye chips. Oh my gosh, I forgot that Mallow has a very defiant eye mech. I actually broke her pull cord once. I gave Mallow brown chips, and I think they look beautiful with her skin and her hair. This like light pink color with these brown chips. Oh, it's my heart. Here's her pink set. You can kind of see how downcast her forward-facing gaze is. I also gave her this nice subdued green set. I love pink and green together, and I like the way this pair looks with her brown eyeshadow. I think that they actually kind of pull out the green embroidery on her sweater too, so I think I'm going to leave her on this pair. The twist in these headbands gives me such vintage vibes, like sort of 70s silk turbans on fabulous ladies meets cozy winter, let's go to Starbucks sort of fashion. Like, you could maybe see Mallow in one of these, but also in a Stars Hollow sweatshirt and like Uggs, right? So glad I finally filmed a dress up with you, Mallow.